A plea taking has taken place in which he has pleaded not guilty to the charges, and the court has directed that he be awarded a cash bail of 50,000 or a bond of 100,000 shillings. So the case will be coming up for mention on 7th of September. Now, on the mention is when we'll be confirming whether the prosecution has exchanged documents with the defense, documents we intend to rely on in prosecuting the case. So, in short, that's what has happened today. So, we'll be back on 7th of September.
Okay, so you're here to represent your client, and maybe you agreed with what the court has said, or maybe what are your plans?
Yes, bail or bond is a constitutional right for every accused person under the Constitution, and the court has the discretion to determine the same, looking at the nature of the offence before it. So yes, it's Chira's right. He has a right to that. So we are not opposed to it in any way. It is his right. Yes.
And maybe we also have Kenyans who are concerned, and they were asking, is there a possibility of maybe if now the accused apologies, is there a possibility of him being forgiven or something like that?
The issue is between Chira and Aziad. In the event that any time from now, if Chira is willing to issue an apology, then Aziad is at liberty to do the same, accept it. And in the event he accepts it, then we go to the next stage where they'll come to court, inform the court of what they have agreed as individuals, and the court cannot be opposed to it. Yes, if they have agreed and the complainant is willing to withdraw the case, then the court cannot move if you are not willing to prosecute the same.
Is it something that maybe you have talked with Aziad on forgiving in case there's an apology?
In the event of an apology, even alternative dispute resolution is provided for under our constitution. So you cannot limit a party if they are willing to talk. So if Chira apologizes, comes and he has his counsel, if counsel comes to us and we speak and he agrees to tender the apology, then we are not opposed to that.
Maybe
Yes.
to add on that, towards the apology, maybe to make our viewers to understand, how do you want Chira to apologize? I remember yesterday there was someone who posted the video that Chira apologized. Yeah, because you want Chira to apologize on public. I don't know if you are, in which way do you want him to apologize? Maybe to clarify on that. To do a video or in person?
We cannot, an apology, the manner in which you make an apology does not make any manner stronger than the other. So we cannot dictate. But it's Chira who will come to us and tell us, I did a video saying these things against your client. I'm willing to apologize in the same manner. We won't be opposed. An apology is an apology. And sometimes when you're at a bargaining table, you don't set the base minimums too high. Let the apology, as long as it's sincere. It doesn't mean a written apology is stronger than a spoken one. Yes, if parties can agree, then that is it. Yes.
There are rumors that before the arrest, Aziad asked Brian Chira to apologize, but he refused. Maybe is it true? Is it something that Aziad has told you?
No. It's not true. Once Chira was arrested, and as a media, you can have even a copy of his statement that he did when he was arrested at the police station. Chira actually acknowledged that he actually is the one who said he wanted to apologize. Yes, so my work was to talk to the management and inform them the suspect, this is what the suspect is saying. So it's up to now us to arrange for the parties, because from his end he has expressed the willingness to apologize. So we cannot bar that. If parties want to apologize, if they want to talk and have the matter settled, we encourage that. Yes.
Going through the comment section, we can see so many people really supporting Aziad because what Chira did, it was absolutely wrong. And others are saying it's like Chira hayuko sawa. He's not mentally okay. Maybe he's facing depression, he has stress and everything. So maybe what do you think about it? Is it true? Maybe have you talked to some close people who are close to Chira, and also according to you, maybe umemwangalia. Do you think it's true? He's depressed, hayuko sawa?
Okay, for me as individual, I'm not a doctor. I cannot look at somebody and say whether they are depressed or not. But our law is very generous. In the event that he's going through a mental or a health issue, the law is very generous. We have the provisions under the law that should be followed. If it's an alleged that he's not okay, The magistrate takes that as a judicial notice. There is a procedure. He can go through some tests. So individually, if I stand here and say he is depressed or not, I cannot. And even any other person outside there cannot. Since a matter being handled by the law has measures to that provides for that, and I'm sure the court will be very willing and very ready to undertake him through the relevant tests to
And maybe just to ask, I've been able to see, they're saying that why couldn't you be able to take Chira earlier and yet he was arrested on Thursday? So a normal person would be taken the next day, come up to weekend. So why didn't that happen?
Okay, Chira was arrested at in school. The police, the investigating officer left here for Kabarak. They were there by 8, and they actually even recorded statements. If you go to Kabarak, you'll get them. It's a public document, you can access them. So when on reaching the school, the administration, they were speaking to the chief security officer. The administration actually told them, we have actually suspended Chira from the school. So as it stands at that point, they were not aware of his whereabouts or where he is because he was no longer a student. So on that, we now told the court at the point of committing this, whatever is going on, those are internal issues. This is still your student. We cannot arrest him without the school knowing. So as a police, they have the procedure as an institution to inform the institution. So the school went ahead to look for Chira. I think through their own mechanisms, Chira was brought to the school. So they had to do some clearance in the school. Once clearance was done, which involved even the investigating officer doing statements, writing down statements to say that they have taken Chira, he has committed this offense, and he'll be in their custody as state as in the custody of the state. Now, they did that statement. After that, you can't now just move him from where he is all the way to Nairobi. They went to Menengai police station where he was booked. And then after booking, no, the clearance actually ended around 5. After booking, he was transported to Nairobi. By the time he was reaching Nairobi, it was around, I think, 8:30. And then now they start the normal booking procedure, which, as per the investigating officer, they finished, I think, when the next available court date was today. Yes, that's why they have presented him in the earliest next court date, which is today.
Maybe
Yes.
during this period of time, has your client lost any of deal or maybe money because of these defamation issues?
On that, I'm not under management. I'm just handling the legal issues. So that is something that the management can issue a statement to that
I think
effect.
let's hear from the management to answer that question. How are you?
Salama sana. It is never really about how many jobs she's lost or how many contracts she's lost and as such. She's also a human being and she also goes through emotions like any other person. So right now we are not looking at how many deals we've lost, but we're looking at her mental state. How does she feel? Has she been? And one of the things we're looking at right now is she was wronged and she found refuge behind the law. And the law says clearly that ukinikosea unaweza jitetea and something will be done.
You as the manager, what are your expectations now towards this case?
Expectations? I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, for as long as she is satisfied, and because at the end of the day, I'm just management, it's business. But for her, it's very personal. So it's for her to decide at the end of the day.
A question to Akili, maybe what are some of the prayers you'll be having once the matter proceeds? Are you looking at any monetary compensation for this information?
What is before court today is a strictly criminal case, and in a criminal court, it does not award damages. So these are criminal court, and what the court can do, a criminal court can do, is whether declare you guilty or not guilty, and follow the procedure. If you are guilty, then what the law says after that, payment of fine or imprisonment. That's all the court will do in this criminal sense. If you look at what happened online, there are various angles to it. Apart from cyber harassment under the Computer and publication of false information under the Computer Misuse and Cyber Crimes Act, you realize that whatever information that was put outside there was in another way defamatory. Now that one goes to the angle of a civil case. Now a civil case, you go under civil court. And in the civil court, in the event that you have to prove what words were defamatory, and if the court finds that yes, these words were defamatory, then it will order for damages in terms of compensation. Yes. And then also what happened also under the video that Chira did, he went ahead to give out her personal number. There are also issues to do with data protection. Yes. So there are a lot of angles to it. All those angles cannot be handled in one case. Every case has its jurisdiction under a different court and a different forum. Yes.
So are you looking at filing civil proceedings?
I work as per the client's instruction. If Chira apologizes and the client feels it's sufficient, why would I act without her instructions? So I'll just wait for her personal instructions. And once maybe we have a way forward, then I can confidently answer that. Yes. Yeah.